everyone, Jennifer with Crafty Bones. Long time no see. I've been taking a break for a couple of months. I was able to finally get my hand surgery done on my left hand. So trigger warning for anybody who doesn't do medical stuff, but I have osteoarthritis in the thumb joints here. And so to combat that, they removed a bone from my wrist and then took a tendon from here, put it up there, ran it through a hole in the thumb, and then made this little burrito looking thing and stuck it inside there. So I'm at half strength, I think. My flexibility is a little off. I can't make a fist all the way, but I'm getting there. I was able to start crocheting about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago without causing myself any kind of major discomfort. I mean, it doesn't hurt here anymore. That pain's all gone, but now it's just a matter of being 6 weeks in a splint and making your hand work the right way again. So my surgery was December 22nd. So I got Christmas off, no cooking, yay me. And I went back to work February 13th, I think. I was actually back to work the week before that, but I was already pre-scheduled for a vacation that following week. So I went to work on the Friday before and then was off a week after that. So the first thing I was able to do once I got the hard splint off and I was on just a neoprene brace, I started doing some sewing. That's a little easier to do with one hand. So what I spent my time doing was making men's and women's surgical bonnets. So this is the men's style. And this is the women's style. So I made dozens and dozens and dozens and then took them to work and gave them to the people that I work with. I also did some baking my first week out. I probably shouldn't have my first week out of the hard splint, but I was just in the house bored and bored in the house. So like I said, baking and sewing. The sewing wasn't so bad, except for cutting fabric, because I typically use a roller cutter and I couldn't hold the straight edge to cut it. I was afraid of coming up over top of it and slicing through myself. So, excuse me. I use this to hold my straight edge down on my quilting table. So I've made all kinds of accommodations for myself to make things work. I'm not pressing myself. I'm doing only what I can do and no more, which is not typically me. I'm usually an overachiever in whatever it is that I'm doing, and I don't take time to take care of myself. But I'm finally taking care of myself. I'm doing my doctor's appointments that I need to do, taking care of all of those things. And maybe in the next year or so, I'll get the other hand done because I am still having a lot of pain through here. But I'd like to be able to make this one work a little bit more before I disable myself on this side. Another thing I've been doing is, if you've seen my videos before, you know I make duck keychains that I pass out to other Jeep owners. And so I've been working on some resin stuff. I hook a skull and a duck together and put a keychain on it. And then I have a little card. I think I have some. I tie a ribbon on it with a little card. And so that's the card that goes on there. Then it has a QR code that links to the Instagram account for my car. But what really brought me back today was Hobby Lobby's playing a joke on us. Clearance isn't in June. Clearance has started. I have 3 stores in my area. One store had much of their clearance done. A second store had very little of their clearance done, but they were actively doing it in store, and there were people all over, and I got recognized in one of the stores. So hello, I'm sorry I didn't get your name. And then the third store I haven't gone to visit yet, but I'm sure that they've probably already started because they were usually the one that did it first. They were usually the first ones to do it. So some of the things I got, I had 3 of these before, and I think they're in a tote over there, but I went ahead and bought another one because I am going to make a blanket. I have a baby shower coming, so I got Oscar and Bert and Cookie, Prairie Dawn. I think that's who it is, right? I think it's Prairie Dawn. Big Bird. Elmo just took off. He decided he wasn't going to play the game. And Ernie. These were $1.74 a piece. They were marked down from $6.99. Hobby Lobby always does 75% off clearance. These are 100% acrylic. It is 70 grams, 95 yards, and it is a 4-weight yarn. But the idea behind it is you can make a hat and put that as your beanie topper, but I'm just going to do granny squares and put those in the center since I have a baby shower coming. And now I know that last year, excuse me, there's Elmo. Last year they did also have these, and they did go on clearance last year. But when I got there, they only had Oscars, so I was kind of surprised that they had all of those. The baby shower that I'm attending, everything is, well, her nursery is the same color as my craft room, and the other color is green, like a lime green. They look really good together. They're opposite each other on the color wheel, so they are complementary colors. So I got this yarn. It's more of a teal than it is a green, but it does have plenty of purple in it. These are the Lion Brand Ice Cream. It is a 3-weight yarn. I am going to make a baby blanket. I have 6 of these. They're 394 yards a piece, 100% acrylic, and again, it is the Lion Brand Ice Cream. This one is called Ube. Could be Oob, but me as a Spanish language person, I can't even tell, but yeah, Ube. So that's what I would have called it if I were speaking Spanish. It would be Ube. And I don't know if you guys remember, every time I find a new amigurumi set, I buy it, but not because of the stuff that comes with it, but because of the book. Because the books cost just as much if you were to buy the books separate from the yarn. I got a few of these, I think, in the time since we spoke last. So let me check. I got Nightmare Before Christmas. This one was Sam's, I think, for $16.48. And then I got Mr. Rogers. Same thing, same price. And again, I just get them for the box, or for the books, because the books have all the patterns in it. And there's one I've been looking at online, but it was ridiculously expensive. And today at Hobby Lobby, the first one I went to, they had the one I wanted on clearance, marked down from $24.99 to $6.24. But y'all, it's patterned for the Golden Girls and the rattan couch. I don't know which. I didn't bother to look. Oh, it's got the materials to make Sophia. So that's what it comes with, is the materials to make Sophia. But come on, look at that. Look how cute they are. It's got all of them. And that's what's important, is the book that has all the patterns in it. That's why I buy these. So now I have completely outgrown the shelf that I had these on, and I need to figure out where else to put them. I might have to put a shelf up somewhere, although I don't know where. I've pretty much covered every wall in the place with whatever. So, but the big thing that I got at Hobby Lobby, I have been wanting for a couple of years now to get a serger or an overlock machine. And I've had my eye on a Brother one that was $199, and I just couldn't bring myself to buy it. But today at Hobby Lobby, and they had it clearanced at both Hobby Lobbies, they had the Singer, which is normally $260. They had it on clearance for $155. So I went ahead and bought it because I have wanted it for a long time, and in the next week or so I'm going to find some time to set it up, because this will be extremely helpful when I'm making project bags, notions pouches, and the men's surgical caps. If you look inside the men's surgical caps, you can see how the edge is finished. But all I did was run a zigzag stitch around it. And this would be so much easier to do if I didn't have to do each seam twice. So you'll see that there is a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and then there's a zigzag to hold the phrase in. So that's part of the reason that I wanted the overlock. And then also for the baby shower, again, I said it was all purple and lime green. So I got some threads that I needed. And then I just found this one little remnant that I thought was super cute. It doesn't have a lot of green on it, but it's pretty. So that would make a nice receiving blanket. I typically make 2 receiving blankets, a large quilted blanket, and 2 small woobies, or 2 small like car seat blankets. So this is the nice highlight fabric that I'm going with. And it's got the purple and the green. And then to go with that, I just got solid purple and solid green. And then for the large quilted blanket, it will be the rainbow check with the purple on the back. And I will use green blanket ribbon. Either, probably not that color though. Probably, oh, that's almost the same color. They are different numbers though. But this is what I will use to bind that one. There's the color I was looking for. See how bright that is? A little bit different from that. But I'm going to use that to bind the one that has the purple. And then I bought a purple binding to go around the 2 little woobies that are going to have the green background with the rainbow check. So those are my plans. As I get those things done, I will make more videos and get that up for you guys to see. But I appreciate if you're coming back to watch. I know I've been gone for months, and I'm sorry. I just was trying to recover a little bit before I think what I wanted to do was make sure that I could still do the things that I like to do before I came back on here to let you guys know what I was up to. Sorry for all the crinkling, but I really appreciate you coming by. Happy crocheting!